Good morning, everyone. If you can see me, then you are on the Ant-Man channel on this Sunday, the 27th of January, 2013. And lately, I have a stack of news here. Not that I actually print it, but I meant, tabs. I have tabs here of news for you. But if you've been joining me lately, then you know a lot of Christianity has been under attack lately. Engineered, of course. It's not on accident. I, uh, I know that somebody from America who is a pastor is in Iranian prison right now, and that's headline news. That's CNN, and just makes you realize that the president doesn't care about you, and he protects your enemies. Um, there's a petition going around. Man, I hate to tell you stuff like this because I want to be able to provide a link so that you could check it out for yourself. But if you're a subscriber, if you have a subscription to the Coop, then you've probably seen his video. He put it out, and he actually, you know, I learned it from him that this petition was going around, but it is saying that Obama is he's guilty of treason, and the things that he's been doing, like aiding our enemies, and bypassing Congress and not asking us how we feel about his decisions, is a high treason, and it's he deserves it says he deserves death or jail, prison, and that's pretty crazy because he has a lifetime protection now. He has the NDAA. He's a pretty dangerous freaking criminal, man. And when I go to the liquor store and I see a bunch of like little sissified gangbangers, it just makes me realize, like, if only you knew who the real gangbangers were. If only you knew what being a real criminal was. But anyway, enough of my hatred for gangbangers. But let's see. I have an article here in front of me by Taylor Rose. Taylor Rose is a Washington, D.C. staff reporter for WorldNet Daily, and he writes this article. It's a WND exclusive. Amnesty still amnesty, even if it's from GOP. Immigration reform group says Rubio plan just a rerun. Here we could see, before I read this, that the reform is going to be similar to Barack Obama's from the Republican side. So it's quite odd. Washington, an advocate for legal immigration, contending an unrestricted flow of illegal aliens into the U.S. isn't in the country's national interest, is blasting a GOP amnesty plan by Senator Marco Rubio, Republican Florida. See, Republican. As the White House presses for immigration reform that would create a pathway to citizenship for illegal aliens, Rubio has begun introducing plans, or parts of his plan, incrementally. In a recent Wall Street Journal article, he elaborated on his plan for a pathway to citizenship that would screen out criminals, increase worksite enforcement provisions, boost the number of seasonal work visas for agricultural workers, and tighten border security. Bob Dane, the communications director of Federation of Americans for Immigration Reform, told WND that Rubio is just recycling old ideas. There literally is nothing novel to his proposals. Rubio is trying to triangulate all of these competing special interests that want to be at the table, he said. It really is just Groundhog's Day. It is a sequel of 2007. The organization's statement on Rubio's plan said the senator described the exact same eligibility requirements found in the 2006-2007 amnesty bills. Dane said Rubio is getting pressured from the business lobby and the Chamber of Commerce to support an amnesty plan because those groups are leading the charge for cheap labor. Additionally, he said the Republicans are operating under this false premise that they need to capture the Hispanic vote via amnesty. I mean, the Republicans aren't doing anything right these days. I mean, I think they are like on drugs or something, because you cannot be this misguided. Let's see. The Rubio plan, however, has been drawing some support from conservatives, with radio and TV host Sean Hannity saying, "I got to be honest, I think it's probably the most thoughtful bill that I have heard heretofore. Additionally, Representative Paul Ryan, Republican of Wisconsin, said on his Facebook page, Senator Rubio is exactly right on the need to fix our broken immigration system. I support the principles he's outlined. Dane is baffled. The Republicans have an opportunity to revitalize their core constituency by demonstrating that they understand the people's concern with mass immigration and its impact on the job market, he said. He also noted the growing skepticism from many conservatives over the Republican fixation with reaching out to Hispanic voters. If they pander to Hispanics, they will wind up empty-handed by never getting the support of Hispanics and losing support from conservatives, Dane said. The Republicans are setting the stage on their own destruction, Dane warned. Absolutely. He said if Republicans support Rubio's plan, it will do four things. Firstly, it will split the party between the more conservative elements and the more establishment elements. Secondly, it will alienate the working class away from the Republican Party. Thirdly, the Republican Party will never get any credit for granting amnesty, and it will not endear Hispanics to them. The Democrats will steal the credit, claim victory, and it'll be a victory for them, and the Republicans will look like they caved to the Democrats. And finally, he said the Republicans will be importing themselves out of office because the overwhelming majority of illegals are government dependent. Hence, according to Dane, they have no connection with the message or platform of the Republican Party and will vote for the Democrats all the time to keep their government benefits coming. Dane said it appears April is when the debate over amnesty will start, and he hopes Republicans and Democrats will move away from supporting amnesty. He said it's possible the plan could ironically be that the bill gets loaded down with so much enforcement that the Democrats vote against it. Additionally, Dane said with this high unemployment, it is going to be difficult to convince the working class why they should support candidates that favor the importation of cheap labor that will displace their jobs. Because we're going to be like North Korea soon. Senator Patrick Leahy, Democrat of Vermont, recently said he expects the Senate Judiciary Committee for the 113th Congress to be working this spring on comprehensive immigration reform. Dane said the actual solution is rather simple. All we really need to do is just enforce our current laws and give a mandatory E-Verify, he said. Who knows what the Republicans are thinking about these days? They seem to be very out of touch with current events.